Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Medium Kim Copeland. Thank you for being here. Happy New Year. This is January 2nd. But it's actually my day of celebration since I was working hospice yesterday, and I'm so thrilled to be able to share this time with you now. I do have some little ideas for you to raise your spiritual potential to as much as possible in 2022. And I have messages from Mother Mary and a guide of mine. His name is Blue Feather, and those will be at the end. So again, thank you for joining. And I just want to encourage you, now is a time to set your dial, your direction to what you want to do in 2022. Don't hold back. Don't let your fears hold you back. Dream your biggest dream if you can. Be a daredevil in your dreams. Now, you may have to cut them back. It's okay. Just think big for right now, at least in the beginning. All right, I'm personally, some of these little things it's also time to let go before we go forward. I am going to let go of Godiva chocolates. I have one left that I can throw away. Not much of an offering to spirit, but that's what I've got. And I'm also going to let go of Moose Munch, except what I'm probably going to do is save the chocolate and throw away the popcorn. So that's on my agenda, and I'll stick to my usual. This is my fourth food group, I guess, chocolate. And this one does donate to the nature. So, So yeah, we let go of some of the things, and as we bring in new, right? Because you want to make more space for the new things. Okay. And you know what I would like to let everybody remember is that this community that we're in is massive awakening right now. And if you don't have to be a psychic, you don't have to listen to the astrology. It's right before our eyes. The evidence is right here. So thank you all for being leaders in this mass awakening. All those that are watching are part of this group. So thank you, and thank you for being part of this community. And I feel very blessed and honored to share this journey with you. Okay, now I do have a few little notes, that's why I'm looking down here. But how do we turn our dial towards spirit even more in 2022? And how can we trust our spirit communication? How can we receive spirit communication better? And how do we hear spirit when they talk to us? Well, I want to just encourage the feelings of joy, peace, harmony, love. When you can get that within your heart, in your body, and feel it in your cells, that will increase your frequency, which then allows you more spiritual awareness. When somebody is in grief, perhaps of death of a loved one or whatever, whether it's the loss of a job, there's a lot of this happening last few years actually, that it's harder to recover from that. So just know that spirit is with you when you're in those times of the down times. And sometimes it's time that will help. There's also other things that you can do for yourself. Maybe there's counseling, maybe there's energy work that you can do for yourself or have somebody do for you that can help move through that stagnation. So there's a few things that you can do. And I realize that there are a lot of people suffering a lot, and I want to acknowledge that. And I don't want to take it lightly, but no, we are here in this community to support each other, and I see that a lot here. So thank you guys for all doing that. But I do know that when you can carry with you the feelings of gratitude, joy, happiness, peace, that does raise your vibration. And however you can get there, then that's easier to hear spirit. One thing you can do is write down everything that makes you happy, whether that's something you're doing right now, or whether it's something you want to do. I mean, maybe it's smelling the flowers, maybe it's going to the beach, maybe it is dancing, singing, crafting. Just write down everything that makes you happy: sewing, painting, petting your pet, being with your pets, being with your children. What is it that brings you joy and happiness? Write it all down. And then maybe you can write down the things that you are doing that you kind of need to let go of, that aren't so high in vibration. And so see the balance there and try to do something in the joy every day. Another thing you can do for yourself is what's called tapping in joy. So when we have that joy feeling, if somebody's singing you happy birthday, or you just graduated with it in a class, or maybe you're watching a wedding or something like that makes you feel happy, we have this what's called a bladder meridian, and it goes from here and it goes all the way up and it goes down the spine, which is around the nervous system. So to enhance this joy feeling and really get it into the nervous system, you can tap right here on the third eye, really basically, kind of right both eyebrows and right around the third eye. Just tap in that feeling of joy, and that goes into the nervous system a little more. It's just a few little taps. So just joy, 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 joy. If you want to do that, like that. That helps tap it into the body. Okay. Now you can also listen to music, dance, drink from your favorite cup. This is also kind of joyful to me. I have this cup that I love. It says, "Keeping my heart a place where sparrows come to play." And I got this at a special grocery store called New Seasons in Portland, Oregon. And it has a happy memory for me as well. So just even a simple thing like drinking from a special cup, or looking at a flower really intensely, knowing that the flower is the face of the divine. Just really breathing that in, breathing in colors, wearing your favorite colors. That can help raise your vibration. Being in nature, of course, hugging a tree. Okay, and I also have something else that's kind of fun. It's called flying wish paper. Now, I got this a few years ago. I've used it a few times, but this is if you want to make a wish and just let it go to the universe. Okay, and again, it's all fun. And so it comes with it. This is a little kit. I think it's flyingwishpaper.com. It comes with pencils. I don't know why it has pencils, but it does. It has little tissue paper and a pack of little cards. So the way it works, I'm going to do one right now. Tissue paper, and I'm going to write down a wish for us. And my wish for all of us is for all of us that's watching this video to find joy in their hearts. All of us, I'm writing it down, all of us to find joy in our hearts in 2022. Okay, so I wrote it down and I've got my little card. So the way you do this, now maybe this would work with any kind of paper. This is not magic paper, but it's tissue paper, right? And I'm going to crunch it up. Okay, I crunch it up tight, and then I'm going to open it up. And then I make it into a chimney with my finger. I'm going to let the paper go around my finger. Okay, so now I've got a little chimney kind of thing. And I put the chimney on top of this, on top of that little circle like that. Now I'm going to light it. Ooh. We want our wish to come true. All of us to find joy in our hearts in 2022. So as it's going down, oops, I got to put it down like that. It's supposed to fly off. Oh, it didn't fly off. Well, it's supposed to go up into the universe and send the wish, but that's okay because I know it's there. And the smoke sent our wishes. So we will find joy in 2022. All right. So I also want you to remember to feel it, not just to have the numbers and not just to have the task list. Yesterday, this is a little bit of an example. Yesterday, I was seeing a patient who was dying. She was in the hospital. She had, the oxygen sensor blood pressure cuff, oxygen mask, everything was, she was all kind of, monitored. She had the monitors. You could see her blood pressure, her heart rate, the oxygen saturation, and everything was in the fine. The numbers were perfect for anybody that was walking around. Yet she's dying and she looked terrible and she looked like she was having pain. So you can't always go by the numbers, right? You have to go by how somebody looks. With your heart, follow your heart. What does your heart tell you? Not necessarily what the numbers say, okay? Maybe follow the heart more than the logic, I want to suggest, okay? I mean, maybe there's a combination. Okay, now what about vision boards? If you want to do a vision board for 2022, go for it. Make sure you put feeling into it. Okay, singing. I have done a song that I will tell you works, and I'll sing it for you in a second. But it worked so amazing. One time when I was meditating with singing the song. I was saying it's about 4 lines of a song, and I just repeated it over and over. And when I was done and I walked outside, I could feel the angels just like surrounding me. I mean, hovering. So I know it works, and it's a song of gratitude, because of course gratitude is an attitude. Gratitude does bring in the angels. The song goes like this. Okay, sorry about my not great singing voice. So, okay, give thanks to the Mother Earth. Give thanks to the Father, Son. Give thanks to the plants in the garden where the Mother and the Father are one. Give thanks to the Mother Earth. Give thanks to the Father, Son. Give thanks to the plants in the garden where the Mother and the Father are one. And I just kept singing over and over and over. And man, I'm telling you what, that was a huge, powerful boost of angel energy. All right. So know the angels are with you when you're having difficult times. Please be aware of that. The spirit world is constantly telling me, for people when I do readings, to please find something that gives you joy. Do not wait until you're dying or until you've died to find joy. Find it now, whatever that may be. Okay, so, just like what we just talked about, whether it's the cup or the flower or the dancing or the music or the painting or the drawing or what brings you happiness. Try to do something every day that's in that, so that your vibration goes up, so you can have the best spiritual life as possible in 2022, if that is your goal. All right, may not be your goal. Now, how does spirit talk to us? How do we hear spirit? A lot of times they come in numbers. They bring us numbers. They bring us signs. They bring us license plate signs. They bring us billboards. So those are some of the ways. I'll tell you a story about numbers. 1998, my daughter, we were going to have a daughter through open adoption, and I was living in Portland, Oregon. She was going to be born in Colorado Springs. Now I was in desperate, oh my gosh, just hoping I could be there at the birth, hoping everything was going to work out, that I was going to be able to be there, because we had to be ready to take the flight to get there if she goes to the hospital, so all this, really, really was very worrisome for me. So I was at the beach July 4th. Her birthday, she was due July 10th. On that July 4th day, I found 48 whole sand growlers that were already dead. 48. I gave away 4 to somebody, I don't know, on the beach or something. And I was the only one finding these. I don't know why I found 48, gave 4 away, came home with 44. I didn't know I had 44 till I got home, and I counted, I had 44 sand dollars. So I knew there was a 444 number associated with that. And that's meaning the angels are with you. Then my daughter was born. I got to be there. She was born on July 11th at 3:33 p.m. She's a number 9 numerologically, her birth date. She's also a 9. Her name is a 9. And so that's about humanity. Now, she's still yet to come into her power. She will. I know she will. So I just, because all those numbers you can't not. Okay. Spirit also talks to us in feelings, when we feel the angels, or when we get a feeling, a good feeling. They talk to us in feathers, feathers falling down, feathers showing up on the path, things like that. That's very common. Birds coming. That's very common when people have died, or when there's messages around people that are coming back to make something important be known, to pay attention. Pennies, you've heard of pennies, dimes, there's those sort of things. Pennies just, they drop out of nowhere. Cards come out of nowhere. Rocks come out of, rocks, feathers, okay? Rocks and feathers, that reminds me, there's rocks and, have you heard about that rocks and feathers class coming up? That's it. That's going to be, I'll talk about that in a second. Okay, now, so as we are coming together in this like-minded community, know that we are making the mass consciousness rise up. Okay, guys, we are doing it. And remember when yoga used to be unusual? Well, now yoga is normal. Remember when meditation was a little weird? Now mindfulness meditation, most people understand. So I believe that we will be the new normal coming up. Okay, so I just keep that in your minds. Know that even though now maybe following mainstream would not be appropriate for us because we're making our own new mainstream. Okay, so now the messages I've been getting for 2022, and I purposely have not really watched, I don't think I've watched anybody on YouTube talk about what to expect in 2022, because I want to have my own, what I think is coming to, or what I've been getting. Now this is probably going to be totally different because this didn't have anything to do with politics. But one message I've been getting is that healing will be changing, and there will be the ancient ways will be known again in more powerful healing ways and miracles. Now, and I believe, and I've been told that I will be part of this group to understand healing in a new way. So that's happening. Also, the trees, when I was in Ecuador, the trees really strongly told me that interspecies communication with trees and with animals will be increasing in general in many people, and therefore the trees will be more appreciated, and then they will have the chance to grow more again, to get more trees. Okay, they'll be more appreciated because of this interspecies communication. People will feel it more. Another thing that's happening is people are going to nature. People do realize nature is important for healing of ourselves, to raise our vibration, and just for generalized healing. And then, of course, I keep hearing the word mass consciousness a lot. And to me, it's all about what's happening. That we are becoming this huge community of raised vibration. All right. So that's all I have for that. But now I'd like to tell you two things. I've got a message from Mary, a message from Blue Feather, and I want to tell you real quick about classes coming up. If you choose, okay. Danny Shea and I are doing a class on divination. We're combining the tools of the oracle, which come from ancient mediumship and ancient shamanic tools for divination. We're going to be using elements such as fire, water, earth, and air for some divination. Also, we're working with animals, colors, directions on the medicine wheel. So it'll be a wonderful class. It's very exciting. So the link will be below. Also, I will be offering a class in February. It's going to be a power spirit house where we practice. It's going to be an intense practice of psychic and mediumship development. We're going to meet 4 times a week. One day is psychic, one day is mediumship, and you can choose if you don't want to do one or the other. You don't have to. You can just do half. And it's going to be very economical. And in other words, for the 4 weeks, we'll be meeting 16 times. And that gives you an opportunity of 32 mini readings in a month of February. So to give and receive, that's what I've got going on. Now let's get to Mother Mary's message for 2022. I just said, what do we need to know for 2022? So I'm going to read what she says. and allow the energies in gracefully. No need to feel desperation or to do something. Allow the flow that we offer, the love from Spirit, to flow in, which then heals the heart in many ways. It is not a race in 2022, nor a task list. It's an allowing of the love to come in. If you feel so depleted that you can't even imagine making a list of joyful things or what you want to do for the new year, do nothing more than allow the love to flow in. Do not feel pressure that causes stress. Just ask us to draw near and sit with us. That's enough for miracles to happen. When you sit with us, there is a broadband telepathy that goes to the universe in threads of light. They journey to where they need to go for the dreams to be heard. The universe hears your desires. Magic happens. That's all you need to do. The vision boards and all are for you. We work with your heart's desires. The feeling in your heart is sent to the universe. That is what we respond to. Be with the love and sit with the love. So that's the message from Mary. Now, Blue Feather, and remember, both of these are entertainment only. I feel very connected. I meditate quite a long time before I even asked for these messages. Anyway, so Blue Feather is a guide that I've known for many, many years. I think he's been with me all my life. Okay, and he has to say, the hands of time, the ancient healing hands are now on you, the earth and all beings and all planets. Remember, planets are spiritual beings too. As the love rises on earth, the whole element of love is electric and infuses the water, air, plasma, particles, trees, soil, animals, and all those that support earth energy. This love supports and gathers together like magnets. Only love is attracted to it. Even in the water, be kind to water. Remember, love the water, which brings more loving water together in more abundance. The sum is greater than the whole. The system will expand beyond your dreams this year. Some will be hidden forces for only the very sensitive to see and feel. Some people will feel it, but not know where it is coming from. But they will feel different. The airwaves will be the easiest to change because they are less dense. The airwaves are part of the energy of weather. It is why there's much chaos in the air now. This will settle in 2023 to 2025. The turbulence will lie down and bow down to love. Please keep the light and love in your steps and in your hearts. Miracles and magic are happening beyond your dreams. And so it is. So thank you all so much for listening to this little tidbit of a happy new year. May you be well, blessed, find joy, peace, abundance, light, and all the spiritual love that you can take in at this time. Be well. See you next time.